Hello everybody, good morning, Monday, and I am in the Fernkloof Nature Reserve. It's a wonderful, wonderful place for folk to come and sit quietly. It really is. I won't try and name any flowers here because I probably will get them wrong and I will make a mistake like I made yesterday during the online service. Now, some of you may have picked up the mistake that I made when I made a claim about Hebrews 11, that great passage on faith. And during the course of my thoughts, I said that there is an absence of women in Hebrews 11. I even suggested that there were no women who were mentioned in Hebrews 11, which on reflection is not true. When I said that, there was a little alarm bell at the back of my head that suggests, listen, you need to check that fact. So I went to Hebrews 11 and sure enough, Rahab, the harlot, because she welcomed the spies, was not killed with the disobedient. Now that's quite an unusual illustration for faith, and to be honest, as I read the Old Testament, as indeed I read the Gospels, Rahab is not the one who is the outstanding woman of faith. There are others. There is Moses' mother. She does get a sort of a mention when we speak about Moses' parents, Amram and Jochebed, but she's not specifically named. We could think of Mary, the mother of Jesus. She doesn't get a mention, although probably the retort to that would be that they are concentrating on Old Testament figures. Be that as it may, there is a woman mentioned in Hebrews 11, and it is Rahab. And she is commended for her faith. Now, you remember the story of Rahab? She is spoken of always as the harlot, the prostitute. And you remember spies had been sent into the promised land and to go and have a recce, see what was there. Joshua had sent them over the Jordan. And they made their way to Rahab. How they knew about Rahab, I don't know, but often men know those sorts of pieces of information. But they made their way to Rahab's place, and there she sheltered them. When the king of Jericho, which is where Rahab was living, heard that there were these spies around, he sent men to go and look for them. And Rahab told a lie, a porky, and said, no, these guys had gone off. She didn't know who they were, didn't know where they had come from, but they'd gone off already. Meanwhile, back at the range, she was hiding them up in a ceiling under some of her crops. So, and then when they'd gone, the police had come and gone, she told them to go away. And she knew who they were, what they represented, the God of Israel. And she makes a kind of profession of faith pertaining to the God of Israel. And she knew also that the Israelites were going to be approaching Jericho and would, in all probability, destroy Jericho. And so she pleaded, made a request. And she said, listen, when you guys come, will you spare me and my family? Which is what happened. But you may remember, she said, I will hang a scarlet cord from my window, and you will know amidst all the destruction and all the chaos where I am, and that cord represents me and my family, who are to be saved at all costs. So It's really quite a complicated story at one level, but Rahab makes it into that great roll call of faith in Hebrews 11. It's a fascinating story. But there is a woman, a pagan woman, remember? A pagan woman who surprises us all and makes a kind of profession of faith as to the God of Israel, puts her life on line, and she is saved. So what is the lesson, the spiritual lesson for today? Well, it's a lesson, I think, that tells us that sometimes we will find faith outside of the immediate circle and confines of our own faith. Don't be surprised. God's Spirit is working in unexpected places. By faith, Rahab, the harlot, when she welcomed, or because she welcomed the spies, was not killed with the disobedient. So, go back to Hebrews 11 and go also to Joshua chapter 2, where you will read the story of Rahab, and think carefully about the possible meaning for us today of the scarlet cord that hung from Rahab's window. God bless you. I'll be with you tomorrow.